Okay. And there's no expectation for any one of you to be able to do this pose like how you would see it portrayed on Instagram or wherever. The goal here, if you want to have a goal, is to just do your best version of any of these poses, of all of these poses, whatever that may look like, and I will offer options along the way that you can choose, but just have fun with it, because I tried to practice this morning and well, let's just see what happens, yeah? So get comfortable. If you're sitting up on your block, or even if you're not, just make sure that your sitting bones are grounded. And I've been noticing lately that when I'm sitting on my block with my legs crossed, I tend to be leaning forward. So just be aware of that. When we're standing in Tadasana, we want to make sure we have the weight equally distributed. The same concept applies here, sitting cross-legged. So shoulders stacking over the hips and the pelvis, spine is long. And you can go ahead and close your eyes and take a few centering breaths before we get into the practice. And take a big breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. Hold it, and then exhale through the mouth. Can be a big exhale, could be a soft, gentle exhale. And I'm breathing in and out through your nose. Filling up the sides and back of the rib cage. Pausing for a moment at the top of your inhale. And then exhale fully, pausing again briefly before you take your next in-breath. I want you to slowly start to roll your shoulders. You can keep the eyes closed if you wish, or you can open your eyes. So I want you to make sure that you're moving the shoulder blades away from each other so the shoulders are moving forward. Draw them up to the air, see if you can touch the tips of the earlobes. Draw them back and slide them down. Big, exaggerated circles with the shoulders. They're going to do a lot of work today, so we want to really make sure we warm them up. Good, change direction. Continuing as much as you can with that deep, even breath. One more. Good. Take an inhale. The arms will reach up. As you exhale, you're going to wrap your right arm underneath your left. So try to cross above your elbow joint. You can either stay here, you can hug yourself, or bring the back of the palms to meet. Or if you can go for the full double bind, bring the palms to connect, but make sure you keep your wrists long. Just lower the left shoulder just a smidge so both shoulders are level. Now move the elbows towards me and the fingertips up. Elbows can move up too, so you feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. You can stay here if you want to take this a little bit further. You're going to tuck the chin into the chest and then just round your mid-upper back, trying to keep the lower back in neutral. Big breath in, fill up the space between the shoulder blades. Big breath out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to release. Sweep the arms up, and we're going to go to the second side. Big breath in here, and exhale, left arm is wrapping underneath the right this time. So once you come into your bind, just lower the right shoulder, only because it's going to be a little bit higher than your left because it's the arm that's on top. So just draw it down, move the elbows towards me so you feel the shoulder blades protract, separate, and then guide them up as well as the fingertips. Stay there if you're happy there, or tuck the chin in. Like really imagine you're holding on to something between the chin and the chest. You're tucking the chin in and just flexing forward, just to mid upper back. Big breath in into the space between the shoulder blades. Big breath out. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale to release. Good. Go ahead and roll the shoulders out again. You have to do it the regular way. You can mix it up. Maybe try moving them in opposite directions from each other, which is really confusing. Try it anyways. Good. All right. And come back to center. Right hand down. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Maintain that length of the spine, and then exhale over to the right, keeping the left sitting bone heavy. Stay here for full breath in and out. Check for the left shoulder. Make sure it's not creeping up to the air. Big breath in to the left side. Big breath out. Inhale back up through center. And exhale to release. Second side. Inhale, roll long, long, long in the spine. And exhale over to your left. Inhale and exhale into the right side of the body. And then inhale into center. Exhale to release. Good. Into a twist. Left hand to right knee. Keep the chest and gaze forward first. Right hand can come in line with the right butt cheek. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, move from below the belly button. And so you're twisting from the bottom up. The head is the last to look over to your right. Stay there for full inhale and exhale. And on your way out, think of moving like a Rubik's Cube from the base. So the belly button turns to the front, the ribs, the chest, the neck, and lastly the head. Okay, second side. Big breath in. Exhale. Twist to your left. Inhale. Full exhale. And then inhale, make your way back to center. Exhale to release. So if you're up on a block, come off of your block. Extend the legs out in front of you. At about hip distance. I'm just turning this way so you can see what I want you to do next. I want you to stretch your shoulders out. So legs are going to be at hip distance. Readjust the sitting bones, make sure they're grounded. Keeping your toes and your knees pointing up. So you're thinking of your Dandasana legs. So bring the hands around behind you. Fingers are going to be facing away from you. You're going to keep the chest lifted, and you're just going to walk your hands back as far as you can go to stretch your shoulders out. When you get to your max, or I like to call it sweet spot, pause there. Okay, press the palms down. It's just as you would if you were in your downward dog, the bridge of the hand and the pads of the fingers. So it's kind of like a cambered hand position, and the chest is lifting up. Hold that there. Breathe. One more inhale. Big exhale. And then slowly start to walk back up to the upright position. Bring arms around in front of you. Rest them on the shins. Take a big breath in. Fill your chest up. And exhale. Just hinge forward a little bit. Not a major forward fold. Just a little bit. Just to feel a gentle stretch in the lower back and the hamstrings. And inhale, release. Keep your left leg straight, bend your right knee. We're going into a baby, cradle to baby. So left hand to the bottom of the right foot. Support your right knee with the right hand. Bring the right leg up and just turn out at the hip just a little bit. And just bring it into the chest and just rock it a little bit. Good. Come to stillness. Go ahead and change sides. I like supporting the knee joint. So that hand is really supporting here, the bottom foot, and I'm pushing my foot actively into the hand and pulling on it. So let the hip guide the opening of the knee, and then just rock it a little bit. It doesn't have to be a major hip opener just yet. But check in with this shoulder, make sure you're drawing it back and down, or you're not letting it come out of the hip socket. Good. One more, and then release. Good. Make your way onto your hands and knees. We're moving right into sunbird. So think of your cat-cow with hip extension and flexion. So basically, you're going to try to hit the back of your head with your foot, and then you're going to bring the knee to the forehead. So fingers spread wide, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, tucking the toes for more stability. Inhale, think of your cow pose. Bring the right leg up, bring the chest up, and exhale, round the spine, bring the knee to the forehead. Inhale, extend, and exhale to flex. Moving with your breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round the spine, knee to forehead, or knee to the nose, or knee to the chin. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. So pause here, let the right knee hover. I want you to kickstand the left foot off the mat. I'm going to come off of my mat a little bit so I don't crash into the wall. But keep the left toes tucked. So the right knee's hovering. You're going to kickstand the left. And as you kickstand the left foot off the mat, you're going to bring the right knee up. So you're coming into a bent knee side plank. Grab a hold of the right foot. Draw the right shoulder blade back and down. Kick your foot into the hand and spiral the heart up towards the ceiling for what I like to call a kneeling half moon pose. Balancing half moon. Hold it. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, slowly release the bind and come back to the all fours as you exhale. Second side for the sunbird first into your balancing half moon. So inhale, extend. Lift the heart and the crown and the foot. Exhale, round the spine, knee to forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale. I really want you to squeeze your butt on that hip extension. Push the foot up to the ceiling and then to the head. And go again. Last one here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Bring the left knee to hover. Kickstand the right leg off. And then continue to roll, stacking the hip and shoulder onto the right, the left hip and shoulder onto the right. Grab a hold of the foot. Draw your left shoulder blade back and slide it down to the hips. Kick into your hand. Guide the heart up any amount here. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then inhale, release the bind. Start to turn yourself back to the mat. Exhale, rest the knees. Keep your legs parallel. And sit back into extended child's pose. Take a couple of inhales and exhales here in your extended child's pose. From here, we're moving into a modified half series, which is like a little baby modified vinyasa. So from here, your inhale takes you into a kneeling plank, into a kneeling chaturanga where you hold it, and then back up to the plank, back to extended child's pose. So take a big breath in, big breath out, get ready to move. Inhale, move forward into that kneeling plank position. Exhale, look forward, lean forward, lower into your chaturanga, hold it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back up to the plank. Exhale, back. Try not to move the hands. Let's keep going. We're starting to step up the pace a little bit and the intensity. Inhale, shift forward, kneeling plank. Squeeze the butt, legs, everything. Exhale, lower into chaturanga. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sit back. Good. Go again. Inhale, move forward into the kneeling plank. Exhale, lower into the chaturanga. 3, 2, 1. Press back up to plank. And sit back. Maybe one more. Inhale, shift forward, kneeling plank, strong kneeling plank. Exhale, lower into chaturanga. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Push back up. Sit back. Extended child's pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale onto hands and knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the knees up just a few inches. Hold it here. This is leg pull front. From here, you're going to lift the bum up. Don't change the position of the knees. Just lift the butt up and come into a downward dog with these seriously deep to bent knees. And then you're going to inhale, shift forward, let the knees hover again, back to leg pull front. Exhale, lift the butt up. So you're not changing anything at the knees. You're just moving from the hips and the shoulders. Back to that tabletop with the knees hovering. Lift the hips up again. Downward dog with the knees deeply bent. Inhale, come back to leg pull front, hold. Exhale, lift the hips up again.
2 more times. Inhale, shift forward, leg pull, front hold, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, lift the hips up again. Last one. Inhale, shift forward, hold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here in your dog. If you need to stretch out the dog a smidge more, go right ahead and do that. Maybe march in place a little bit. Pushing the heels down as close to the mat as you can get them to start to feel a deeper stretch along the back of your legs. Big breath in, big breath out. Come back to stillness. Take an inhale, sweep your right leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot outside of the right hand. Once you get your foot in place, rest the left knee. So you're staying here in a nice low lizard lunge. You can move the right toes out a little bit, guiding that, again, that movement from the hip. Hold it here. Shoulders back and down. Heart is moving forward. Squeeze into the midline. So make sure you're squeezing the butt and your left heel is not dropping out to your left, but it's moving up towards the ceiling. Hold it here. You can come down onto the left palm, take the right hand to the right thigh, take an inhale. As you exhale, push down into the left, into the right palm, and draw the right shoulder blade back and open up the heart just a bit. You don't need to open up the hip a whole lot more, but I want you to get a little bit of a twist here. Big inhale, big exhale. We're going back into a funky, weird lizard pyramid. But don't ask, just do it, ladies. Release the right hand to the floor. Lift off the left knee. See if you can straighten up both legs. Any amount here will do. So you're pushing the left heel down. If you can, come up onto the right, onto your fingertips, and lift the right toes up. Draw the right hip back a little bit. Move the heart forward if you want to come into a nice long spine. Hold it. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, bend the right knee. Drop the palms. Exhale into downward facing dog. Second side, left leg lifts. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Rest your right knee. You can lift up the left toes and just open up the hip a smidge. And then you can come down onto the palms. Pull the heart forward. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Check the right ankle. You can feel it. You don't even need to look back. You can feel that it's flopping out to the side. So then squeeze that inner shin to the midline. Left hand to left thigh. Getting ready to move into our twist. Take an inhale. Keep the length of the spine. Exhale. Press the palm down into the thigh and move into the twist. Draw the left shoulder blade back. Slide it down towards the hips. And just guide the heart up. Don't forget the right ankle and heel. Full breath in. Last breath out here. Inhale, plant the left hand. Exhale, move into the funky lizard pyramid. So you're lifting the hips up, push the right heel down, lift the left toes up. Maybe walk the fingertips back so the wrists are more in line with the shoulders. And you can get a deeper hamstring and calf stretch here. Hold it. Big breath in. Big breath out. Shift forward. So you're bending your left knee, plant your palms, step back to downward facing dog. Pause here in your dog. Keep absolutely still. Take a moment here to just recheck, reevaluate, connect to the breath if you need to. If you've lost that connection, come back to the breath. And now come up super high into the balls of your feet, bend your knees. Look to the thumbs and jump or step to the top of your mat. If you didn't land with the feet perfectly parallel, go ahead and make that correction now. You're going to bend the knees deeply and slowly extend the arms out in front of you to about shoulder height. Stay in the chair, Utkatasana, squeeze the legs, squeeze the butt. And see if you can continue to lift the heart and the arms up and hold chair pose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If you're taking care of your knees, of course, the bend of the knees doesn't have to be as deep. But I do want you to take a moment and peep at your knees and make sure they're not dropping in towards each other or splaying out. If they're splaying out, press into the big toe mounds and the inner heels more and squeeze the inner thighs. If the opposite is happening, do the opposite. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, push down strongly into the feet, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause here for a moment. We're continuing with our warm-up. If you need a quick sip of water, take it now before we get into the meat and potatoes of the practice. Okay. So standing at the top of your mat, hands at your heart, feet are hip distance and parallel. Take an inhale, arms reach up. Exhale into your forward fold, bend the knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, halfway lift or monkey, and exhale to fold. Hold the breath out, step the right foot back. You can modify by resting the knee. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale either into extended child's pose or take downward facing dog. Inhaling, move into plank. Exhale into your chaturanga. Inhale, take up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot moves to the right hand. Rest the left knee or not. Sweep the upper body up and your arms. Fingertips to the floor. Keep the left hand down. Bring the right arm up for a twist. Good. Rest your fingertips down. Step the left foot forward into your forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift or monkey. Exhale to fold. Left foot steps back, lunge. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale into your chaturanga. Exhale into, did I say inhale into your chaturanga? Inhale plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhale bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha. Exhale Adho Mukha, downward dog. Left foot to left hand. You're keeping your right hand down once you arrive. Then bring the left arm up for your twist. Fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot forward into your forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, sit back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Good, let's keep going. Inhale, rise up, stand tall. Exhale, lead with your heart, move into your forward fold. Come into your halfway lift or a monkey and fold. Big step back with the right leg. Then move into your lunge. If your arms are feeling tired, you can bring your hands to your heart or come into goalpost arms. Take your downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank. Make sure you pause when you lower into your chaturanga. Then take your back bend of choice. It's up to you. Cobra or up dog. Shoulders away from ears in both. Take downward facing dog and sweep the right leg up right away. Step it forward and don't forget your twist. So left hand stays planted, right arm can reach forward, that's your inhale, and exhale, open up into the twist. Continue to sweep the arm around, plant the fingertips, step the left foot forward. Move into your forward fold, plant the feet, reverse swan dive all the way up. Pull yourself back into a nice deep chair pose. Push down into the feet, squeeze the glutes, stand up nice and tall. Lead with the heart, exhale into the forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Keep the air out, left foot shoots to the back of the mat. Once you're stable, sweep the arms up. Plant the palms, step back, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga, pause. Up dog or cobra. Exhale. Down dog, left leg lifts right away. Left foot to left hand. Right hand stays planted. Move into your twist. Fingertips to the floor. Step forward. Forward fold. Reverse swan dive up. Sit back, chair. Inhale, stand nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart.
Does anyone need a sip of water? Can I see thumbs up if everybody's good? All right, okay, I see thumbs. Yay, and a little wiggle. I love it. Good stuff. So come back to your Tadasana. Hands at the heart, standing up tall and strong. Feel the strength of your legs supporting you here. And now shift the weight into the left leg. Bend the left knee a little bit. Bring the right knee up, as high up as you can get it without letting the hip hike. So we don't want the hip to hike up, we want to keep the hip down. And interlace your fingers, place them on the shin, and bring that knee way into the chest. Root down strong into the left leg. Keep the chest lifted, spine long. Now I'm going to ask you to release the bind, and I want you to see if you can hold that knee up there. Hold it in as tight as you can. Bring the arms either to prayer or bring them alongside your ear. Alongside the ear is harder. We're moving from here into warrior three. But before you move, bend the left knee a little bit more. And I want you to hinge at the hips. You're rolling the pelvis on the top of the thigh bone. Keep that knee in as close as you can. And now extend the right leg out behind you for warrior three. So your left hip is moving back a little bit here, and you're turning the right thigh inward, so the baby toe is pointing down towards the floor. Keeps hollow, what am I saying? Hollow into the midline? Yeah, let's do that. Hug or hollow out the belly and hug into the midline. Bend the left knee a little bit more. Start to stretch the toes to the back of your mat and rest the toes down. Make sure you're at hips distance. You can take a moment and peep. Then bring the arms up. High lunge. Same things happen here. Left hip moving back, right thighs turning in and lifting up. Squeeze everything. Big breath in, exhale, drop the back heel. So pivot on the right toes, drop the back heel, move into warrior two. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend the left elbow, place a forearm on the thigh, sweep the right arm around in front of you, and then open up the chest to the long side of your mat, moving into side angle. So the left shoulder rib cage is moving forward, right is rolling back. Strong arms, strong legs. Press the left forearm down into the left thigh, so you're not letting yourself sink into the shoulder. Draw that left shoulder back and down. Hold yourself up, suck the belly way in. On your next inhale, pass through warrior two. Exhale, reverse your triangle. So straighten out the left leg. Left arm is going to reach up. Stay here for a full breath in and a full breath out. And then transition into Trikonasana triangle. So here you go. Inhale. Left hand can come to the left shin or block or on the floor if you can reach it. Right arm is moving up towards the sky. Make sure your left butt cheek and hip isn't popping out behind you, so if it is, draw it back and underneath you. Pull the ribs in. There's a little bit, teeny tiny bit of a lean back happening here in your triangle. But you're trying not to strain your neck or your eyes to see your right thumb, so make sure you can see it comfortably. If not, just bring the arms slightly forward, more into your view, so you're not straining. One more inhale. Last long exhale. Inhale, bend the left knee, come back up to warrior two. Exhale, pick up the right heel, turn the toes to face forward as well as the torso. Hop the right foot in a little bit, drop the heel, warrior one stance. Make sure you're still at hips distance. Everybody more or less there? Good. Left hand to left hip. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and reach way, way, way forward in a weird pyramid warrior thing. Left hip is moving back, fingertips are reaching forward, as is the crown of the head. Take a big breath in, roll long again, and exhale, take the right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Bring the hands to meet in prayer. Left elbow up nice and high. Take an inhale, draw the left hip back and move the crown forward. As you exhale, press the palms into each other, straighten out your left knee and move into your triangle pose with a twist. Watch the left knee. Make sure you're not letting it cave in. Push the left knee into the left elbow, right elbow, sorry. So you keep the knee in line with the heel. One more big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, bend the left knee, slowly unwind. Come back to center, hands back to the heart. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plant the palm, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower into your chaturanga. Inhale, take your up dog or your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come up higher into the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, lift the gaze of the thumbs. Hop, step to the top of your mat. Feet at hips distance, plant the feet, strong legs, rise up. Hands back to heart. Second side. So transferring your weight and all your energy for now into the right leg, round down, bend the knee. Once you shifted the weight, bring the left knee up nice and high. Watch for the hip hike. Clasp the hands, pull the knee way in. As close as you can get it. And imagine you're holding something between the back of the thigh and the calf muscle, so really squeeze. Can't stress that enough, and now let it go. Hold it up there. Good, we got it? Hands to prayer, bend the right knee more. You're gonna start to keep the knee tucked in as much as you can. Roll the pelvis on the top of the thigh bone. Bring in your upper body so it's parallel to the floor. And then slowly with control, as you start to move your left foot to the back of the mat, think of the crown of your head moving forward to the front of your mat. You can keep the hands at your heart if you like, or extend the arms out alongside your ears. Let's see if you can squeeze your butt and get your leg up a little bit higher for me. Your leg is behind you. Yes. Good. Hold it. Hold it. Come on, Alison. Don't leave. I got you, girl. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. You got this. Bend your left knee even. Wait, hang on. Yeah. Bend the right knee even more. Stretch the left toes way to the back of your mat. Rest them down carefully and gently, and then move into your crescent lunge or your high lunge. Good. Make sure you're at hips distance. I could be wrong, Natalie, but it looks like you could wiggle your right foot out a little bit to the right so you're more at hips distance. Good. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong leg now. Slowly drop the back heel, move into your warrior two. So right foot is forward, left foot is back. Good. Inhale, side angle. Right forearm to right thigh. Sweep the left arm around. Open up. And as you're opening up, just roll the left shoulder onto the right. So if you were to think about where your body is now in space, the outer left ankle is in line with the fingertips, creating one long line along the body. Check in with the right shoulder, move it back to the midline, slide it down, push yourself away from the thigh. Inhale, pass through your warrior two, exhale into your reverse triangle, so straighten out the right knee, squeeze up the front of the thigh, the quad, lift the kneecap up to take care of the knees. Exhale, hold it here. So check in with the left hand. As with the reverse warrior, you want to make sure you're not pressing into the back leg. Same thing here, but you're breathing into the right side of the body. Inhale, warrior two if you will. Exhale into your triangle. Root down into the right big toe mound. Draw the legs in towards each other.
Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, warrior one stance. Pick up the left heel, hop it in. So hop the left foot in, turn the toes forward. Not perfectly forward, but a little bit of an angle out. So it's been about a 45-degree angle. Okay, right hip is moving back, left hip is rolling forward. Right hand to right hip crease, left arm shoots up. Big breath in. As you exhale, hinge at the hips. So I like to think about the hips being pulled back while someone is grabbing hold of my wrist and pulling me forward. Press down into the feet like you want to rip the mat in half. So you're really grounded. Grip the floor with the feet. Good. Taking down the inhale here. As you exhale, cross the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Wherever you can get that elbow planted. Bring the palms to meet for prayer. Draw the right shoulder blade back. Slide it down towards the hips and move the crown forward. Take an inhale. Nice long spine. As you exhale, you're going to press the palms in. Draw the right hip back. Straighten out the right knee. And start to turn the gaze up towards the ceiling. Keep hugging into the midline. Allison, see if you can open up the chest a little bit more here. So draw your right shoulder blade back. Good, beautiful ladies, hold it. One more inhale and exhale in your funky, weird, twisted triangle. On your next inhale, you're gonna bend the right knee and slowly unwind. So you're at this diagonal position with the upper body. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plant the palms of the fingertips. Step the left foot way back and step the right foot back. Take your vinyasa or rest. It's up to you. If you're going to flow, you're moving forward into plank. Remember, you can always modify the vinyasa and put your knees down. Inhale until you're up dog or your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you may need the strap coming up for the next sequence, so make sure it's close by. And make sure there's nothing around you that you can crash into. I forgot to tell you that at the beginning of class. I know you must be wondering what the fish. It'll all make sense real soon. So starting with the right leg, inhale, bring the right leg up, bend the right knee, stack the right hip on the left, keep the right armpit heavy, so you're not letting it lift up. As you exhale, shift the body forward, bring the knee down to the center line, knee to forehead. Inhale, sweep the right leg up again, open up the hip. Exhale, keeping the knee bent, bring the knee to the forehead. Inhale, three-legged dog with the hip open. Exhale, bring the knee to the forehead. Inhale again, open up the hip. Exhale, knee to forehead. On the last one, you're going to bring the leg up, keep pivoting on the ball, keep lifting the right knee up and over. Keep going, you're coming into wild thing. Release the right hand, let the right toes rest. You're on the baby toe edge of the left foot. Reach the right arm up, hold it. Maybe look up at the the right thumb. And now slowly come all the way down into a seated position. Keep the left leg straight. Yep, you're going to have to listen. Don't try to look. You got this. So turn so you're backing me. So keep going. Take the left hand out in front. Take the left hand to the right shin. Left hand to the right shin. Left hand. Yeah, good. So keep the left toes and knees pointing up. I want you to roll onto the right toe edge of the right foot so the knee falls out to the right. Okay? Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, reach your right arm way to the front of your mat, coming into a fold. Internally rotate through the right shoulder, so your palm is going to be facing out now. Sweep the arm around the front of the right shin. Now bring the left arm around to meet your right for Marichi's pose. So the right arm, you're going to get confused, Allison, when we got to come out of this. Once you turn around, once you know. So the right arm is across the right shin. Left arm is around you, grabbing the right hand. So Natalie, bring your left arm around behind you. Yep, yes. Take an inhale here, exhale, fold. So your forehead is moving towards your shin, and you've got this bind around the right leg. Good, breathe. Make sure the left leg is super active. You're squeezing the muscles to the bones, toes are pointing up. From here, we're passing through that wild thing back to three-legged dog. So take an inhale, slowly release the bind. Exhale, pause. Take the left hand back onto your mat where the fingers are going to face forward. Push down into the right foot to lift the butt off. Roll onto the outside edge of your left foot. So you're back in your wild thing. Right knee should be bent. Left leg should be straight. Turn back to face the mat. Bring the knee in towards the chest. Now sweep the right leg up for three-legged dog. Everybody there? Perfect. Now step the right foot to the top of the mat by the right thumb. Drop the back heel and come on up into warrior two. That was a mouthful, I know. But you nailed it. Hashtag. Whoop whoop. Good. So you may need the strap for the binds coming up, or you might not. We'll see. Woo. We gotta hurry. We got a lot of work to do, ladies. We're almost there. We did one pose already. We're getting ready to head into the second pose shortly. Take a big breath in. Exhale, move into extended side angle. We're gonna take a bind. So you wanna really get the right thigh nice and deep, almost parallel to the floor. Bring the right arm and torso on the inside of the right thigh. Just now, we did that internal rotation at the shoulder, right? So internally rotate through the right shoulder. Sweep the left arm around behind you, just like we did just now, and bind. Make sure your bind is not in the bits and pieces. You want to make sure you avoid the butt crack. Now, once you've got the bind, you need to draw your left shoulder blade back and also lean back. Remember, the right hip is moving underneath, so it's not going to let it stick out, so you're leaning forward. You're moving the right hip forward, and you're rolling the left shoulder back, and the upper body is leaning back for your bound side angle. So Allison, imagine there's a wall behind you and you want your back to touch the wall. So rather than be here, you're going to lean back that way. Now you can stay here and move into bound triangle by straightening out the right knee, or just come into regular triangle pose, your choice. Grab your strap, grab your towel, make the bind a little bit easier on your shoulders. One more inhale, last exhale. Inhale, bend the right knee, release the bind, come back up to warrior two. All right, ladies, you ready? Pick up the left heel, turn the toes to face forward. Remember the first sequence, we stood on one leg and brought the knee in nice and high. I'm gonna turn this way so I don't confuse you. You're gonna step the left foot to the top of the mat and bring the left knee up nice and high. Okay? Take the right hand to the left shin. Remember how we brought that knee in real nice and close? Remember what we did just now. Bring the left arm up. Lean forward. Bring the left arm on the inside of the left thigh. Internally rotate through the left shoulder. Hook the arm around the shin. Might need to wiggle the hand. Now bring the right arm around and maybe bind. Now you can stay here. You can stand up, point the toes. This is Flamingo. From here, you're going to take a big breath in. Exhale, start to roll the pelvis on the top of the thigh bone. Keep the bind. Send the hips back, heart moving forward for your Flamingo pose. Good. Woo. Slowly come back up. Release the bind. Step it back, lunge. Yay! All the way back, lunge. Flat the palms. Take your vinyasa or rest. Are you trying it again, Liz, or are you just waiting for the second side? Good. So remember, from tiger curls into wild thing, into having a seat on the second side, okay? So from downward facing dog, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Left knee to forehead, open up the hip. Left knee to forehead, open up the hip. Left knee to forehead, open up the hip again. Left knee to forehead, open up the hip. One more. Left knee to forehead. Open up the hip. Keep opening up the hip. Start to pivot on the ball of the right foot. Roll onto the baby toe side edge of the right foot. Let the left toes rest. Hips up, left arm up for wild thing. Hold your wild thing. Good. And now slowly lower all the way down so that the left knee stays bent. Right leg is straight. Good. So the left knee's in, real close. You're going to let the left knee fall up to the side. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Reach the fingers towards the toes. And turn and rotate through the left shoulder. Sweep the arm around the shin. Once you get that, hug the knee back in. Wiggle the hand around the top of the left thigh. Right arm sweeps around. Come into the bind. Inhale here. Exhale, fold into your Marichi. Sage pose. Inhale, lift up, release the bind. Exhale. So reach the hand back to the mat. Push down into the left foot. Press yourself up. Roll onto the baby toe side edge. Pass through your wild thing. Plant the left hand. Left leg reaches up for three-legged dog. Left foot to left hand. Once you get your left foot planted, drop your right heel and move into warrior two. Sorry, I'm losing one of my AirPods. Here we go. All right, so left thigh. For binds, you gotta get dirty. You gotta get a little dirty, ladies. You gotta get that thigh nice and deep. Okay, so you can comfortably, or go as low. So Allison, you can skip the binding and just go as low as you can go, being mindful of how your knees feel, okay? So from here, you're going to go into, you can stay in the extended side angle or stay in regular side angle and do a half bind. This is for Allison. You can just draw one arm behind you or bring both hands to the small of your back and do your bind there rather than come underneath the thigh. But if you're going for the full bind, you're going to get low. Same thing we just did in Marichi. Internal rotation through the left shoulder. Bring the right arm around to meet. Once you've got the bind, you've got to lean, so the hip is going to be sticking out. It's going to bring the hip under, and then you draw the right shoulder blade back and you lean back a bit. So you're leaning back and the hip is moving forward. And hold the bind here, you're in the side angle position. Slowly transition into the bound triangle by straightening out the left knee, or just release the bind altogether and come into a regular triangle pose. The choice is yours. One more inhale. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Pick up the back heel, turn the toes to face forward. So you're coming into that lunge position. So option one, transfer the weight into the left leg, bring the right knee nice and high. Just stay here, and you can hinge forward and do this version of Flamingo. Or go for the bind. So if you're going for the bind, bring the knee in nice and close, left hand to left shin, to right shin, sorry. Right arm is gonna come up. You're going to reach forward, wiggle it around, bring the hand around to bind. Okay, so it's kind of like bird of paradise. Once you've got that bind, you're going to bend the left knee a little bit. I always like to have the left knee, the standing leg bent a little bit. You're moving the hips back as the heart and the crown moves forward. Squeeze the legs, plant the calf onto the back of the thigh. Pause. And when you can, slowly come back up. Release. Step back to lunge. Take your vinyasa. We're nearly there, I promise. 2 poses down, 1 more to go. Plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Take a break. The last one is going to take a lot out of you. So come down into child's pose. Take 3 inhales and exhales. I'll guide you. Take a big breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale. Let it all go. Take another big breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale. Let it go. 1 more. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Let it go. I'll give you 1 extra. Big breath in. Hold it. Exhale. Let it all go. Find downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, move forward to plank, lower into chaturanga, and you're holding chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank, downward facing dog. Yeah, you can put the knees down. I saw that, Natalie. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, lower into chaturanga. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank. Use sound effects. Exhale, downward facing dog. I can't hear, you can cuss, feel free. Last one. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up to plank. Downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of your mat. So I want you to jump into a seated position or step into a seated position. Whatever happens, I want your legs out in front when you get there. Legs out in front. I want you to either be on the fingertips or the palms. So you're leaning back, bring the knees in, bring the legs up. Don't leave me hanging here. Here we go. Lower, scissor the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Straighten the legs out. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So the next pose we're moving into, or we're working our way up to, is 8-angle pose. I don't know if you've ever done it before, but we'll see how it goes. You can pause anywhere along the way, and that is your 8-angle. Okay? So we're going to start with cradle the baby, then we're going to go into bow and arrow, then elephant trunk, and see what happens from there. So bend your right knee, keep the left leg straight. I like to think of the left leg as your anchor. So you want to really squeeze the muscles to the bone, ground down in that leg strongly. Left hand to the bottom of the right foot, right hand is supporting the knee, move the heel up so it's in line with the knee. First I want you to start by stirring the pot. Your hip bone, your hip socket is like a bowl. Think of the thigh bone stirring the pot. Good. Make sure you're not stirring the knee, but you're stirring the actual thigh bone in the hip socket. Change direction. That will look like this if you're stirring the knee. Okay? Good. One last stir. Cool. Now move from the hip to guide the knee out. You're going to bring the heel to the opposite shoulder, like so. Only if you can keep the spine long. If this is what's happening, you're not going to do it. Another way you can help yourself out here is to bend the opposite knee and rest the leg on that thigh and hold it up, kind of like a seated pigeon position. But you're moving the knee away from you. If you're comfortable here in your hip opener, you can take the foot into the elbow crease and cradle
the entire leg this way, but keep the spine long, okay? So choose whichever version feels best for you. Make sure the right ankle is flat so you're not sickling the foot, so the ankle is staying long. There's no deviation or angle like that, but it's straight. That makes sense. From here, moving into bow and arrow. So you're going to take your peace fingers of the right hand, grab the big toe and cap off with the thumb, bring the knee out. So you're going to extend. You're bending the knee and you're drawing it back behind you. Okay? Reach out and back. Don't forget the left leg. One more. And back. This time when you bring it back as far back as it will go. Take the left hand to the bottom of the right foot. Bring the right arm up. Bring it on the inside. Cup the ankle with the right hand. Use the elbow. It's going to come forward and move in front of the thigh. Hook it back. Clamp the hand down. Once you've got that, squeeze this leg over your tricep. Okay, so Liz, you got to squeeze. Clamp your leg down around your arm. Take the left hand, clamp that down as well. Shoulders back. Remember I mentioned the left leg is your anchor. Don't bend the left knee. Roll back behind the sit bones. Bring the left leg up. Bring it down. Press down into the hands. Lift the butt up. Left leg up. Lift the hips back. Lift the butt up. Good. Now maybe you can try to lift both the full leg up. And then hold it here. Easier way to do it. We haven't gone into 8-angle pose yet. We're still playing with this. So you can hold it up here, shift the hips back, and squeeze the legs together, and then face plant like that. Did you get that? Option 2. Once you get the leg in place, and you bring the bottom leg to hook, you can stay here. You don't have to go any further. You can stay there in that position. But if you want to go further, you're going to move the hips back. Okay? Lean forward. You got to keep leaning forward. Squeeze the legs and move forward with the heart, and the hips move back. And then you can balance. Natty, that looks just like my 8-angle pose. So here's, yep. So also just try, keep your arms close to the body. Think chaturanga arms. And just try lifting your butt up. Yep. Hook the bottom foot over the top. Yep, squeeze. And just lift your butt up. Squeeze everything and just lift up. Don't even worry about trying to come into the full posture. Liz, you're so close. So bend your elbows and let the heart move forward and the hips go back at the same time. Here's a variation that might work for you. It works for me. Same entry, but rather than chaturanga, full chaturanga, I have my forearm down and then I hook. So to me, it makes it a little bit easier to get the pose. Does that make sense? Forearm down, yeah, hold the bottom foot. Squeeze the legs. So you want to squeeze the thighs around that arm that's bent, around the tricep. Yep. Hips back, heart forward. Something like that. Don't forget we have 2 sides. Half the fun is the journey, yeah? Not what it looks like. Let's try the second side. The second side on me is even more fun than the right side. So let's start with our stirring the pot. Right leg is straight. Don't worry, after this we're done. No more apex poses. Change direction. Good. Come into your variation of cradle the baby, whether you stay here, or you bring it all the way in, or you just hold it here. Doesn't really matter which option you choose. Peace fingers to big toe, thumb caps off the big toe, and you're moving into your bow and arrow. So for this side, I'm going to just change the hold for my foot because my left foot has a little bit of an issue at the ball of the foot. So I'm going to hold it like this, but you can go ahead and hold on to the big toe. So you're bringing that knee back and you're moving forward. You can stay with the leg over the arm. You can stay with, I like to call it a tick-tock in your elephant trunk. Or you can stay with elephant trunk. You don't have to go any further. Okay? So this time you're going to bring the knee as far back as it will go. The right hand is going to come to the sole of the foot to hold that there. Left arm comes up. Bring it on the inside. I like to take the web of the hand to the heel. And then I'm going to use it to move it back. Bring the elbow forward and then out. And then clamp the leg over the arm. That has to stay squeezing in there. So you can stay here where you roll back, kind of like how we did when we were scissoring the legs. Bring this leg up, bring it down, press down into both hands, shoulders back, squeeze everything, and lift. You don't have to go any further, or if you want to, you can come to here and just hold that position. Just stay right here and hold that and get comfortable with that. You don't have to go any further. But if you want to take it further still, just try to lift the butt off. Don't worry about going feet that way or anything. Just stay there. I'm going to come in a little bit closer so I can see. Yeah, Liz, so what you need to do, so as you scoot your bum back, you got to move your heart forward. You know in Chaturanga, the gaze is moving forward. Same thing has to happen here. So if you think of your Chaturanga arms, move the legs that way. Yep, squeeze, 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 squeeze the legs together. Squeeze. Yes, there you go. So Natalie, wait, hang on. You have to get both legs off the floor first. So Natalie, pause for a sec. Take a look here. So you're here, right? Bring the bottom foot up. Yeah. Then move the hips back. And the feet go that way and the heart's moving that way. I love how you did that rollover. I can't wait for you girls to unmute the mic so I can hear all the real comments. I'm just filling it in my head. Had enough of that elephant trunk 8 angle pose. Oh, no, we're going for another try. So bring the butt, good. Hook it. Active, active ankles. So really, really hook. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the legs together. Inner thighs together, Natalie. Inner thighs together. And shift the hips back. Good, so let's move your hips back, squeeze the legs together, keep moving forward. Better, Natalie. Allison, I'm not mad at you, girl. Part of this is knowing when to tap out. What is it Kenny Rogers said? Rest the soul in peace, know when to hold, know when to fold, know when to walk away, know when to run. Yeah, okay. So from here, just take a moment. I want to stretch your wrists out because they took a beating just now and all the arm balancing and stuff and all the chaturangas. So just for a sec, you come into a comfortable seated position. I want you to interlace the fingers, keep the heel of the hands together, and you're just going to make figure eights. If after all of this your wrist is still feeling funny, and there's someone at home that can help you, you can do a swizzle stick, and I'll show you what that is after. Change direction with your figure eights. Okay, good. So come into Padma Mudra. The pinkies and the thumbs are going to touch. You're pressing the palms into each other. You're going to churn. I call it churning. You're just going to try to make sure that the hands always touch. Oh, sorry, can you see properly what I'm doing? Press the back of the hands into each other. Heel of the hands, outer thumbs, index. Press the palms into each other. So you get the opposite stretch. Once you've done about maybe 5 or 6 of these in one direction, change direction. Couple more, and then you're going to make your way onto your back with the knees bent, arms alongside the body. So before you go into that position, when you get down there, your arm's going to be along the side of the body. I want you to make a fist. And when you make the fist, curl the fist in so and press down here so you feel the stretch, okay? So you're in bridge. Well, on your back, don't lift the bum up. Arms stretched out, palms going to face up. Make the fist and curl the fist in and press down the forearms into the mat so you feel that stretch. Hopefully you feel the stretch through the wrist joint. Okay, and hold that there. If your watch is on, it might get in the way. Hold that. And then release. And then go ahead and take your bridge. You have the option to make it restorative. If you have a brick, you can place it underneath you and rest. Or you can keep it energizing and invigorating and just hold yourself up in the bridge. You do have the option to take it into wheel pose if that's part of your practice and you enjoy doing wheel pose. Hey, Miko. Nice. Good stuff. When you're ready to come out of your bridge, you can lower and move the hips off to one side, coming into a twist. So you can move the hips to the left, lower yourself onto the right hip. On your next inhale, bring the knees back to center, and exhale, lower your knees off to the other side. Just take a moment to reset in the middle first before you do that. And just breathing deeply in and out through your nose. ready, you can come onto your back. If there's any other stretch that your body is craving or that you like to do to finish your practice, go right ahead. And then when you're ready, you can extend both of your legs, one foot each corner of your mat, arms slightly away from your body. Or if you'd be happier on your belly or on your side, that option is also available to you. You're turning your attention inward and just focusing on your breath, breathing deeply and fully, and just allowing your body to completely relax for the next few minutes. Once again, becoming aware of your surroundings, becoming aware of your body on your mat, moving your fingers, moving your toes, maybe beginning to move your head a little bit from side to side. You can take a big breath in and extend your arms above your head, stretch your body out. Exhale, sigh it out, let it all go. Go ahead and draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big hug and squeeze. And then you can release your feet to the floor and roll onto your side and just pause there for a moment. And now begin to make your way up and come into a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands to your heart. I want to thank you all so much for sharing your amazing energy with me this morning and trusting me to guide you through your practice today. Be free, be true, and always be you. Namaste.